They work hard. They care. Good group. Two years with them, and they really work hard. Come to every practice. They don't complain. They work hard. They work together on the field. Don't have any divas. It's really a good group. They're humble, so they know they have to work hard. And when they do it, they perform. Made the playoffs the last 2 years in a row, so a really good group. Love them off on the field and also off the field. So it's just really good group. Fun to be here. Lucky to be here. That's all. Lucky to be here.
My name is Roca. I am the Assistant Director of Operations for Roca Futbol Club and the ECNL Director of Operations. I've been with Roca in some form or fashion since 2005. I started out as a team manager for my son's very first team when he first came here. Both of my boys went through since 2005 all the way till they graduated from high school, and they both went on to college to play soccer, and one continued on after that to play professionally.
Out wide to Davis. One runner in the box, trying to get it to Coffee, and that one's going to be in the back of the nets. And the Monarchs are going to score and open the game with a goal by Kyle Coffee.
I always thought as soon as my team management duties were over, that would be the end of my soccer career, but it continued, and I found it to be one of the most fun and rewarding experiences to kind of work with youth and youth development in soccer. When we started in 2005, we started with about 22 teams. We quickly rose to being one of the top clubs here in Utah as far as gaining new teams, gaining new players, winning state cup championships, placing kids in college, and having now 22 former players who have played professionally. It was a rather quick rise, and I attribute that to our coaches. Our coaches are professionals. Many of them are former professional players from all over the world. So that, I think, has been such an attribute to be able to rise to the stature that we now have 180 some odd teams from 22 just in 17 short years.
Like I always say, it's unlimited, but try to see if we can just play simple. If we need 2 touches, we use 2 touches. If we need 1 touch, we need 1 touch. If we need more, we use more. Just make a good decision, okay? Don't do more than you need. Let's go.
Switch.
Yeah, we're gonna do this a couple more times, and then we move to the next drill.
Some emotional memories bring to me when I think about my professional career. Yeah, my name is David Chavez, or David Chavez in Spanish. I started the Alianza Lima Academy from Peru at the age of 8, 9. And then at the age of 15, I signed my first professional contract. At the age of 16, I played my first professional game with Alianza Lima. And again, that we tie 3-3. That's the team that I grew up being fan and then being youth and dreamed to play pro.
Paro de Basalar de larga distancia puede ser.
You know, they were champion many years before.
Buen servicio para Chavez, atención.
And then after 18 years, I was part of the team that gave them the championship again. And I have the pleasure to score 2 goals in the championship game. Probably one of my wonder years is when I was playing professional soccer. I think that was a really goosebump moment for me. Yeah. So I started with Roca 17 years ago when I got a phone call from Adolfo asking me to join forces to this new club. I think at the beginning, I mean, without closing doors to anyone, that's where we start, because Adolfo was professional from Chile, Ariel Bravo professional from Argentina, myself professional from Peru, Pancho Valle from Chile. I think that's how we started. Probably the people that Adolfo knew the most. Plus, we kind of shared the love and the passion for the game that probably come from South American. I think it starts with loving what you do, and I love what you do every minute. Every minute. I've been told by my family that I eat, breathe, and sleep soccer or football. We want to be good players, but we also want to be a role model for our kids and make sure they're kind to each other, they care for each other, and not just on the field, off the field too.
Good session. It was fun. It was intense. Thoughts about the session. The first part we did, let's just talk about the 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3s. Anyone? Kyle.
I thought it was good. I thought it was intense. There was a lot of good battles. I thought overall. Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Amina, did we accomplish what we were working on? Do you remember what we were working on?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought everything was good. Our attacking was very good. Also defending, but overall I thought it was a good practice. I thought we made it count.
When you say you're attacking your organization the way you
So we have over 500 kids that have gotten college scholarships from Lorca, and I have to laugh every time I call Adolfo and say, okay, I need this information. Tell me where this person went to college. And he can tell me. He can tell me since 1997, where do these kids go to college? That philosophy from him helps all the other coaches to feel comfortable maintaining those relationships. And players come back and they feel comfortable always coming back here. They always know Lorca is home.
Well, my name is Adolfo Ovalle, and I'm originally from Santiago in Chile, and I am the founder and technical director of the Roca Futbol Club. It's more than a dream, to be honest with you, because to have grown so much as a club. We started La Roca in 2005 with 25 teams. Fast forward 17 years, having 180 teams it's really hard to believe in a way. At the same time, I can honestly tell you that we have some amazing people that not everybody knows. They work so hard day in, day out for this club to be the best club, not only in Utah, but hopefully one day in the entire country. The club has a lot of good people, and that's why I think the growth is because of all the good people we have. For us in La Roca, it's really important to provide everything for the coaches that can make them be better coaches and better people. So we believe in coaching education, for example. And since day one, we told the coaches that we were going to pay for their coaching education and so on. Now we are the club that has the most A-licensed coaches in the state, without a doubt. We actually try to become not only a better club on the soccer field, but a better organization as a whole. We believe the first thing that we can do for players to achieve their dreams in soccer is to make sure we create the environment in each of the training sessions and games so that player can actually develop. So the first thing is to create the environment with a good coach, with the right facilities, and then we have to choose the right competition, right? And then the right tournaments. And once you have that, things started to come naturally, organically. We have a human performance department that actually is called the player center model. So if the player's in the middle, and around the player we have the regular training session, the speed and agility, the physical therapy, the strength and conditioning, the nutrition and sports psychology and personal training and everything around the player. Each of those departments that are part of the human performance program make a difference in the play. And then, obviously, players, you have to let them know that they have to put their very best in order to improve. The players have to do a lot of work. This is something that they are the number one people to invest in themselves.
Guys, if you look to your left, that's poison ivy right there. Don't hit it. Hey. Hey, it's not fair. Everyone, it's not fair. No, we're not going to keep you up here. We're not going to keep you. No, we're doing the game. One at a time. Tennis difference. Okay, bossy. Hold his middle name is freestyle. Let's see it. Everyone's hyping. Hold him to get a miss around the roll. Oh! That's actually nice.
Yo, that's our keeper.
Yeah. Loki, if Naeem was here,
Oh my, Naeem would go crazy.
Naeem would cry.
I'm Naeem O'Day. I play attacking midfield and winger, and I've been here for 8 years. I'm Jack Cook. I'm a winger, and then I've been here for 7 years. I think Lorca does a really good job through our managers and just through our coach. When we go on traveling trips or like for ECNL weekends, like they do a great job of like keeping all the boys together at all times. That's how we become a family. It's not like super separated or like players are like doing their own thing. Everyone's together, so. Yeah, I think chemistry is like probably the most important part of soccer or just any sport in general. And when like we're doing these like activities and stuff, we just bond together with our teammates even more. And I think that's like that's what our key to success was last year when we won Dallas Cup and State Cup and everything is just like our chemistry together. Like we could be best friends with like anyone on our team, and that's just like how we connected together.
I'm gonna Panenka you harder than you've ever been Panenka. And then we're gonna go up on the run, not even a pen, on the run.
That's cracked.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna hit a Travella and just pants you.
Yeah. Always fancy.
Yeah, Jack's just like really wants to Jack's obsessed with Travella.
Yeah.
I think it's just because it's a cool word. I love it.
It's just like the word.
I low-key love you yesterday. Bro, you want some clips? Let me have my kendama and I can.
I remember if I could come out and practice the other day.
That's because I was just. He did it one time and smacked his face. Yeah. Pulled it out one time, hit himself in the head, and put it back. He's like, guys, watch this clip, and he just hits his face. Tell me, WTM.
What's the move?
It was really easy to have the feeling of family. And that's why everything started. And as we are growing now, we have, to give an example, Todd Cade and Burton Cade, they're brothers. They work here together. And there's Tim as our president, Heidi Wilwright is our director of operations or executive director. So they work together. The feeling of a family is not only on the coaching side, it's also on the administrator side.
There's 2 coaches that were groomsmen at my wedding, Pancho and Felipe. Adolfo actually met me. Adolfo and my dad played together in 1993. So I was 6, and Adolfo used to come over to the house. He was young and single back then. We came to the States, not because of Adolfo, but through Adolfo. So my dad was one of the founders with Adolfo of the club. Back then I was playing soccer at Weber State. Not the greatest player, but my dad kind of told me to go this way, the coaching way, because honestly I wasn't good enough to make it anywhere else playing. So It was kind of weird because I found my passion by doing that. And I think coaching is my passion. I started coaching Bodie when he was 6 or 7 years old, and by the time he was 13, we kind of took him in. He started living with us. When they were little, Bodie would, instead of going with his teammates, he would want to come over with us. We didn't have kids back then, so he was kind of our kid, and it just kind of went that way. His parents got divorced. It was not a very good situation for him, and we just took him in. Pretty much I have a son through Roca, so it's fun. It's awesome.
Were you his coach directly?
Yep.
So what was that like, seeing a former player come into your legitimate family household and then get that moment to play for RSL? What was that like for you?
I started crying. Yeah. I had a feeling he was gonna go in. I was just watching the worm. I wasn't even watching the game. And all of a sudden I looked down and I wasn't paying attention. Some of Bodie's friends were sitting next to us. His friends were telling me, Rolly, Bodie's going in, and I look and he's gone and he's walking towards the bench to put his jersey on, and I just broke down. Like, it was fun.
Right before we went to Dallas Cup with our 04-03 team, we had some challenges. The boys' side were playing high school, so we had to ask permission to the high school coaches to let our boys go to one tournament.
I think it was crazy. Like, all the odds were against us, man. Like,
some kids decided not to go.
half our team has stayed to play high school, and like, personally, I was gonna stay too. I didn't want to go.
So we are a big club. We didn't take those kids, and we took other kids.
We had to practice the day of, like when we landed, and it was probably the worst practice I've ever had in my life. And like, I was convinced we were like gonna lose every game by 4 or 5, because these teams are like insane that we play.
And then we went. And I knew we had a great team. And I knew I had a great coach coaching that team.
Dallas Cup is probably the #1 tournament in the U.S. with international teams coming from all over, big clubs coming from all over the world. Honestly, we didn't win thinking that we're going to win. We went thinking that we're going to compete. It will be a great experience for the boys.
Then after the first game, we won like 4-1, 4-0. And I was like, okay, it's building us some confidence.
The more they went on in the tournament, the more they started believing in themselves. For me, to watch that was so amazing.
We just cruised through group stage.
Game by game, after we've been winning the first game and the second game, we still start believing and thinking that we could go far and far.
So we're playing against this El Paso team. Probably one of the best teams I've ever played against my whole life.
So good.
And I'm not gonna lie, they were kind of like, they were smacking us a little bit.
I didn't want to miss anything. I was on the phone with David. I was not at the field.
85th minute, 5 minutes left. We got into like a huge fight. I thought the game was over.
And David was telling me everything, like almost like play by play.
Like literally 1 minute later, I get the ball, get a penalty in the box, and then I score it in like the 91st minute.
They believed, they were focused.
I thought we were gonna lose too in the semifinal game, but once we scored the penalty and we went tied, I had like full confidence in our keeper to like take us through to the final, because he's like really good on PKs.
And right when they made it to like the quarterfinals and the semifinals, now at that time we're just the whole club is connected with them.
So I score in the 91st minute, and then like a minute later, I get the ball again, take like 2 defenders, cross it to Jack. And he scores in the 93rd minute for the win.
Yeah.
And then it sends us to the final.
So it was sick.
And the rest is history.
And we went to the finals. We watched the game entirely. We all watched the game because it was streamed live.
I had an assist in the first half. It kind of put us up, and then we just went into halftime in the locker room like feeling really confident. We thought we could actually do it.
And it was a really special feeling.
Second half comes around. I get another assist.
And I knew those guys were so happy and they deserve it so much.
They're coming back, but final whistle blew, and it's the best feeling ever.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That it was something to be proud of. Winning Dallas Cup for us is something that, we won't forget. It's a good tournament. It's maybe the best tournament in the country. So special, very special. Tanner, Beckham, Tavin. We'll do Andrik, Amir, Kyle. We'll do Luke. We'll do Chase. We'll do Velasco. Ready to go?
Roca on 3. 1, 2, 3, Roca.
I got.
We believe as leaders, we have a responsibility. Number one, we are role models to these kids. And one of the biggest things that we can do to be good coaches is to inspire kids. You can tell stories, you can ask them questions about soccer, who are your top players, who do you like, who do you want to be. You can tell them about our former players who have already reached some huge accomplishments as players, playing in Europe, winning championships, making it to colleges. I think that's how you become a good leader and you inspire players. And that's how you keep that.
Whether it's through academy process, college process, I think my main goal is just to try to go pro.
I'm looking forward to college, not necessarily pro, but just my college experience and just taking steps at a time and just seeing what I want to do after that.
I mean, now we can say La Roca has story. We have a story to tell.
You guys aren't like a package deal. You're not going to the same school.
I mean, if it happens,
It happens if it happens, That'd be cool if it did.